I mean, you know what? Why not? Fuck it. Just put it in. Looks better anyway. Check. 1, 2. Okay, good. Wah, 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 wah. Check. Is it really as loud as I get? Well, that don't make sense. But I guess it might be. Check. 1, 2. Okay, yeah. Is it? That is it, yeah. Right, ho. All right. Yeah, I remember. I guess I remember stopping here. Oh, so you're awake. You were injured during the foray in Mount Gulag, yes? I was here at my station as always when carried you on a makeshift stretcher looking disturbingly bereft of vigor. And to compound my worry, the sky has, well, I'm sure you've seen. Is everyone rather concerned, to say the least? Seeing you up and about is the first good news we've had in a while. Assuming you feel strong enough, would you mayhap consider a stroll around the city to reassure our anxious citizens? Bragi was one of those who helped convey you to your chambers, and he has visited several times since to inquire after your condition. Okay. Alright, so yeah, changing... I was hoping this would actually do something, but it didn't. Oh, he's down here. Huh. Bragi, my friend. That sounds like a vampire. Well, well, look who's back from the dead. Aye, it was a grim sight. Your companions looked fair ready to drop when they brought you in, so I offered a helping hand. Couldn't bear to see them struggle so. And you, my friend, I feared you had one foot in the grave. Cold and lifeless you were, like a corpse that was somehow still breathing. Then they told me some evil bastard went and snatched our poor exarch away in the midst of the chaos. Wicked white. What is this world coming to? I actually don't remember what happened. Ah, but moaning never solved a thing, did it? Nay, it's times like these that we Crystarium folk stand tall and do what needs to be done. Trade with Yulmore is back on the table. We'd best make use of those resources to fortify the city against the Eaters, or whatever misery the fates deem fit to throw at us next. Speaking of misery, Chesamil was worried sick about you. A healer wringing her hands is not a sight you ever wish to see, let me tell you. Boop-boo, boop-boo, boo, 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 boo. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, sweetie, you're alive. Oh, wait, that's... Oh, yeah. Okay. No one's been allowed to see you. Even... Spagrix... Okay, I don't know how to say that. Ryan was kind enough to tell me you were showing symptoms similar to Eater corruption, so I suppose there's little any of us could have done for you in any case. As for your companions, they've been rushing hither and yon, seeking a cure to your condition. I worry to see their faces grown ever more haggard every time they pass through the Crystarium. I shall let them know you're awake. And when they come to see you, sweetie, please do convince them to rest a bit. They won't be helping anyone if they are all collapsed of exhaustion. And our own Morin has been a little better, I'm afraid. He hasn't left the cabinet, too busy with his nose buried in one dusty tome or another. Well, guess we'll go here. Now, I just noticed one problem. The free company needs to be renamed. I'm wondering if we can do that. Oh, we already changed the description. A friendly and cooperative community, and it didn't end with a period or continue? Well, I gotta fix that. I can't have a sentence end without a period. It just doesn't seem right. Okay. Ba-da-do. I'm glad they changed it to this, where it's a full-on map so you can see where the hell you're going. I guess up. Because, you know, the map still says he's, like, on the same floor, but he's not. Confound it, this says the same thing as the last. Mayhap I should approach the problem from a different perspective. Valtamont, is it truly you and not some figment of my imagination? Yes. Oh, but this is wonderful. It would seem our prayers have been answered. Feeling otherwise helpless, I have been scouring our shelves for the wisdom to explain this most worrisome conundrum. Why, with all the light wardens defeated, has the light returned to obscure the sky? I must have pored over 100 tomes, but no definitive conclusion seems forthcoming. So many questions I would pose to the Exarch, and thus do I feel his absence all the more keenly. Now that you're awake, however, I'm hopeful the search for our stolen steward might begin in earnest. Catless, meanwhile, leads the crystalline mean in preparations for battle, though against what foe, we are as yet uncertain. Why not pay her a visit? I expect seeing you upright would be a much welcome relief. Okay. Ow. Yeah. And the capture card ended up pain in my ass. Valtamont, alive and well, I see. You gave us all a proper fright, you know that? Not a day's gone by that I haven't heard folk worrying what's to become of you or the Exarch. Anyway, I'm glad you've recovered enough to stand. You're not planning on striking out out straight away, though, are you? I was hoping to have a better look at your equipment. If we'd been able to provide you with better weapons or sturdier helms, then maybe you would have won the day and the Exarch would still be here. Oh, I have way better weapons than what you could give me, trust me. As such, we're keeping busy consulting each other on new forging techniques and designs and the like. If you could stand still a moment, I'd like to assess the gear we're trying to improve. Fine, but only if you touch me in the right places. It wouldn't be impossible to make something better, but we'd need to experiment with different patterns of materials, and I'm not sure we have that kind of time. That sounds like a challenge that he would enjoy. And you are? Smiles McGee, right here at your service. Greetings, Glenard. The master of the stairs is running his own errands right now, is he? Aye, well, my servers are distraught enough as it is, and I didn't want to crack the whip too hard. But never mind that. I'm thinking our absent genius and his epiphanies are the perfect answer to this predicament of yours. And by genius, you mean old Grenold. He is a man of unrivaled gifts. I won't argue that with you there. But what good does his talent do us if we can't bloody find him? No one's seen hide nor hair of Grenold since he wandered off some years ago. You know what he's like once he latches onto an idea. He's probably cloistered himself in some forgotten cave, completely absorbed in his latest creation. I wouldn't even know where to start looking. That does make things difficult. Still, if that eccentric is someone you're destined to meet, I'll wager he'll show up soon enough. In my time at the bar, many's the tale I've heard told of strangely fated encounters, even if a few of them might be stretching the truth just a bit. Is this, It is public, okay. We'll keep our noses to the grindstone for the time being, but on the off chance you do encounter Grenold, you'd be wise to take advantage of his brilliance rather than wait on our slow and steady progress. This is all talk for when when you're fully recovered, of course. I'll let you get back to convalescing, eh? I've never actually seen that word spelled out before. Ah, before you do that, you're actually the reason I came over here in the first place. I don't suggest partaking of my stock until you're properly well, but if you're passing near the stairs, then I have a regular who's eager to see you. Well, there's some stairs back there. Are those the stairs you're talking about? I'd best be getting back. Just because the world's coming apart at the seams doesn't mean we have to follow suit now, does it? Hear, hear. We can't forget the heart upon which this city was founded, or the Exarch might not have much of home to return to. Ba, 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 ba. Let me just check my mic. I mean, it sounds fine, I guess, but... Check, 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 check. Check, check. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. There we go. Check, check. Ooh, there we go. That's better. I'm adjusting. I'm readjusting. Don't know what that was about. Don't know why that was changed. It shouldn't have been touched. Valtamont, are you alright? I think a return to your sickbed might be in order. Or you might consider resting a while atop the watchtower next to the rookery. This damnable sky doesn't make for the most soothing scenery, but the Exarch often liked to stand there and feel the wind upon his face. Okay. And what do you have for quests? Apparently nothing. Huh? Well, there's nobody on top of there. The crystalline mean. The mean queen crystalline mean. Okay, whatever. She's supposed to have it, and I guess she doesn't. Oops. Leaves of the Crystarium. Disciple the hand or land of level 70 or above. Of course. Which I have not done in a very long time. I can't die. I am immortal. Open sesame. That's it. I found a new recipe.
Ah, yes. I do. I feel it. The wind upon my face.
The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight. I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky, knowing what it means to everyone, and that you're responsible. If you're thinking of coming clean, don't. It might make you feel better, but it would make things 100 times worse for them. They're better off not knowing. You're in a corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out. But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet. I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood, when we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. One last sacrifice, one last fight, one last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and, well, you know the rest. There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burns so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive. Well, come on then. As I thought, what happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours. I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish. For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best to stop you. So, let us be about it, hero.
Oh, I was worried you were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie. Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours. My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you? Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it, cut ties with the mortal world, hide away in the castle. It won't fix the problem, but would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Eel Meg will rise up in your defense. My crown and scepter are yours, if you want them. What? Don't give me that look. Of course I knew before I asked that you'd never ever heed such a wicked suggestion. And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower? My dear beloved sapling, you are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour. But such trickery is easy to see through. Stand very, very still. Think not of where you need to go, but where you are right now at this moment, at this time, in this place. Our cairn of crystal. From shadowed hood he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow. See yourself as he saw you, and that shall be the clearest clue. You stand in his garden, dear sapling. Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer. But what will you do with it, I wonder? I'll be watching and waiting. Waiting and watching.
Long cutscene. Hello, Mr. Huffman. It's not my fault you don't charge your phone when you're supposed to. You're supposed to be at the ready. You never know when I might start a stream. Oh, here we go. Oh, I did not expect to see you on your feet so soon. Surely you have not come in search of an Amaro. No. I am not. What do I know of the Crystal Exarch? I am happy to share, but I fear there will be no surprising revelations. As any in this city could tell you, he is a man of wisdom and compassion and many untold secrets. But none can doubt his generosity. When the Crystarium was being constructed, he even allowed folk to plunder the tower for resources. He has imposed no restrictions upon us but one. No one except the Exarch is permitted to dwell within the spire. Many seasons past, a comrade of mine was bold enough to ask the reason why. The Exarch merely smiled and said, because one day the Crystal Tower may vanish as suddenly as it arrived. Interesting. Hey, Chris. When the hell did he get title of Lord? I don't remember giving that to him. So around 7:30, I gotta go check to see if the see if my second load of laundry is done. Is it the CPU cooler? Oh, was there something else you needed? If you've come for the results of my research into this persistent light, I'm afraid there's little to tell as of yet. Records pertaining to the Exarch? Well, I need no documentation to relay what little I know of his history, if that is what interests you. Less than a decade had passed since the coming of the Flood, when the Crystal Tower first flashed into existence. Its summoner, the Exarch himself, became known to the refugees in Lakeland soon thereafter. He welcomed all who sought out the spire, be they locals who had lost their homes, or Vobertites fleeing their ruined kingdom, and together did they found the city which would become the Crystarium. Some thought to call him king, for he refused to share his name, but the summoner did not deem himself worthy of royal address. Thus did the people consider his scintillating skin so alike to the tower he had summoned, and bestowed upon him the title of Crystal Exarch. As for his true name, well, 'twould seem that is a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. Ooh, I wonder if we're gonna find out. I was gonna say, I don't entirely recall what happened last time I played this. I think we faced, what's the fat guy? It's barely coming back to me, I think. We faced the fat guy, and some shit happened, and he took the Exarch, I think, or something. I don't know. Jester Huffman? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the spring screws won't let me connect it to the CPU. Well, that sucks. You sure it's the right one for that CPU? Valtamont, it is good to see you awake and alert, my friend. Okay, I'm not your friend, I don't know you. What's this about? You're not writing the Exarch's memoirs, are you? I'm not sure how much I can tell you, considering we avoid asking too many questions. Unspoken rule and all that. If anyone has fresh insights to share, then it'd be Captain Lena, I'd say. She lost her parents to an eater attack not long after she was born, and the Exarch saw to her upbringing. Outward appearances aside, those two are like grandfather and granddaughter. I imagine the news of his predicament hit her doubly hard. Not that our proud captain would ever let it show. If you do decide to talk to Lena, she'll be at her usual post at the Ascensor Gate. So just outside. I think, yeah, I should probably just go to the Rotunda. name? Grahatia. That sounds familiar. I don't remember when I found out, though. What is the meter to his left of your UI? To the left of your UI. The meter to the left? What? All this over here? They're just super stiff. No, the meter with the dragon around it is my proc meter for my summons, and then the one next to it is for my... What the hell is it called? Hold on, let me take a look here. There's a name for it, I forgot. That's not it. There it is. Aether flow. That's my aether flow meter. Yeah, they are gems to an extent. Oh. Then why do I feel like I'm not going faster? I feel like I should... Can I fly? Oh, I can. I'm an idiot. Not that it matters. She's literally right here. Yes, Lena. I remember. Valtamont, oh, alright. Damn it, dude. She wasn't told that I was awake, blah, blah, blah. A welcome surprise. Now, if only the Exarch was returned to us. He was taken by his rival of yours, was he not? Your companions mentioned they had an idea where to find him. And so I bristled when they asked for patience. I did not understand their hesitation until I saw that you had fallen. Only then did I realize that I had no business rushing ahead. Even so, the delay has been no less agonizing. In the moments before he left to join you in Calusia, the Exarch entrusted me with a key. It opens a door in the ocular to a chamber known as the Umbilicus. The room is the heart of the tower, into which only the Exarch himself is permitted to enter. And we were just told about that. He bid me allow none into the tower once he had departed. Only in the event that an army of eaters descended upon the city was I to access the Umbilicus and awaken the defensive barrier. Never before had he left me with such instructions, but the battle with Vothri loomed near, and at the time I accepted the key without much thought. Since then, however, that moment is all that occupies my mind. When I recall the look upon his face, he knew that some terrible fate awaited him. Tell me, Valtamont, I need to know what he feared. What battle you and your companions are truly fighting? Well, you see, I lost my eye. Forgive me, I trust in the Exarch, and I should not be voicing these doubts when he is not here to respond to them personally. No, please, tell the truth. But you've come to me with a question of your own, have you not? Yes, maybe. I don't know. Do you know him, really? Ah, I see I'm not the only one who burns for answers. The time has come to open the tower's heart. Though we do not face an invasion of eaters, I suspect the city will be in far more danger if you do not gain the knowledge you seek. Thank you. I can't remember. Did I cap off my level? I think I did, right? Yes. We're ready. We're just gonna... It's all about the story here. Dude, Final Fantasy 16 has really gotten me in the mood, man. After playing that demo. I don't know if you guys saw, I released another video today. My first time in 7 years. Releasing, because I only released one other video, and I mentioned that in this one, graphics comparison, or in this case, graphics versus performance, because, you know, of course, it has the quality mode and performance mode toggle, and it was quite interesting, but naturally, of course, I would be personally playing on quality mode because it just runs better. Come, meet me in the ocular, and I will knock the door within. Alright, we're going back to the tower again, dude. Oh my god, it's just back and forth with the bitch. But it got me in such a mood, man. I've pretty much been feeling a pretty Final Fantasy heavy mood lately. And given how good they've done with, or how well they've done with Final Fantasy 14, I am just super excited to see what they're going to do with 16. Join in, but it's going to be all night at this point before I can use this PC if I can't screw the CPU cooler in. I mean, I can't imagine it would be all night. I don't know what you would join me for. I'm just going to be running through campaign, so no need to worry there, sir.
I have unlocked the door to the umbilicus. You are free to enter. Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatia, then? By thy claims...
Pretty sure this is the first time we found out his name.
Source, though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star. Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity. Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest. In hopes of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the River of Time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds. Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes, and thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice. But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair, "There is no hope, we are finished. Mankind is finished." Then others raised their voices in answer. "Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Sid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me. By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th Umbral Calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Sid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century. But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only man who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there for a second. I gotta go check to make sure that my laundry is done so that the next person in line can do theirs. I hope it doesn't move forward without me, but I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're all set. There we go. Let's go back to it then.
Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Sid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward. 'Tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was him. The warrior of light has been our unbroken thread. Where others would stumble and fall, he would rise above. Where others would break and run, he would carry on. The warrior of light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow. In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally. In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were his deeds joyously retold. For many, these stories were the flame which warmed them through the coldest of nights. And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the warrior of light himself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. He was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space to him. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Light Wardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me. But in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity and make of it a portent, a prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the Rift.
Is this truly thy wish?
History remembered the Warrior of Light, as I knew it would, and I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course. I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
Careful now. If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean to do? Then we should be on our way. Diassian mentioned the Tempest, did he not? That's the stormy seas around Calusia to you. His lair must be down there somewhere, hidden beneath the waves.
Whew, man, we got some lengthy story bits here. So, Urianger knew his name this whole time. And you say that I had dialogue options to call him by his name. I don't even remember if I chose to call him by his name when he got taken. And I'm actually remembering the fight now. I remember when he got taken. Yeah, he got taken, yo. Taken. Did you find the answers you sought? If there is nothing more you need, I will go and lock the door. The Tempest. That is the name given to the seas by which Calusia is bound. If you make a request to the Tamers, they will provide you with an Amaro to fly you over the waters, but... she was gonna turn me away, and then I was like, bitch! Do you mean to leave right this moment? Alone? Yes. I'm not sure that... Nay, I will not seek to stop you. Go with the blessings of the shadow, and I shall await your safe return. Well, I thank you, Lena. You know it to be true. Ba ba ba. You require tomorrow. Just a moment, and I shall saddle our swiftest beast to fly you to the island. The open water. To the depths of the Tempest? Our Amaro can swim, yes, but to reach the ocean floor...
Ah, we have found thee. Word reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste. Ah. By thy looks I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
Urianger has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
I offer no excuses. When I agreed to aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare. Yet it is not rancor, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not? If thou canst forgive my deception, or, failing that, set aside thy displeasure for a time, I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command. I thank thee. Doubt not but that I will do all in my power to repay thy kindness and fulfill the Exarch's wishes.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is a good idea. Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianche. What I did for you won't last forever. There's no telling when the light will break free again. Please, you must stay here. At least for a little while longer. We will find a way to cure this, I promise you.
How can you make promises? We don't even know where to start.
Alize, please. You know Reen was only trying to help.
Of course I know! I know only too well! But making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. It's a lie. Plain and simple. We've all searched high and low for an answer, and every one of us came back empty-handed. I am not about to stand in his way now. Not after failing him in his hour of need. No! The least we can do is...
We will go with you as well. There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other avenue. Lead, and we shall follow. If there is any hope to be found, then we will surely find it at your side.
Are we all in agreement, then?
Is there aught we can do to help?
Though we may not know the whole story, we do know you're in for a fight. And while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
You told them?
No. Well, not in so many words.
Aye, we didn't need it spelled out for us. When the night sky appeared over whichever place you went to, it was harder not to put two and two together.
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the homeland, I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive, and I knew at once that it must be you.
Exactly. When he went up to meet you, it was clear it was no ordinary visitor. That spring in his step spoke volumes. I could feel his excitement.
Me too! That's right!
We do not fully understand where you or the Exarch hail from, or why you've all done so much to protect us. But we are deeply grateful nonetheless. So, if there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
You might have invited them to join us, where there are not so many. But come, they are waiting. What is your will, O Warrior of Darkness?
I don't know. That'd be a question for Square Enix. You know what's funny is, I for some reason, I don't know why I didn't think of this. Now that I've got this microphone on this arm, I could literally just sit on my bed if I wanted to, and not be in this chair all stream. But It's alright for now. Thou didst plan to commandeer tomorrow for the journey to the open sea. I fear the following dive down unto Emmet Selk's underwater abode would drain even thy legendary stamina. Thus, during thy convalescence, we considered the most efficacious method for reaching the depths of the Tempest, and I believe we have arrived at an elegant solution. Yet, ere we discuss this step, I suggest thou dost conclude such pressing business as remains to thee in the Crystarium. Once the sea closeth above our heads, we are unlikely to surface again until our grand deed is done. Figures. Man, I really cleared out my inventory, didn't I? Pretty much. This is clean. Yeah. Damn it. What did I want to do? No, I think we're pretty much, yeah. We're just gonna go. To storm-tossed seas. Oysters on the half-shell. Turtle power. There's something, it's weird how Urianger, I find every single one of these people way more powerful than me, and for some reason I find it strange that Urianger would kneel to me and be like scared of my wrath for lying to me or something like that. I'm like why? Like, I'm not that powerful. Thine affairs are in order, then I shall unfold to thee my proposal. Our destination is the ocean floor, yet our goal is not simply to arrive there. Nay, we must needs have the means to breathe and fight freely. Thus would I petition the aid of one of the Fae, a being with whom I have yet to meet face to face. Rather than waste words on explanation, I bid thee follow me unto the hamlet of Sullen, which lieth to the south and west. All will become abundantly clear, I promise thee. But wait a second, can't we already breathe underwater with, after that one time with the underwater lizard guys or whatever the heck? Wah, wah. Dude, that literally, I swear to God, at a glance, that looked like it said foot job. And I was like, maybe. Okay, so I've already been there. I don't think I have all of the... I definitely would not have all the... Aether currents. I mean, if it's your thing. I hear foot jobs can be nice. Oh, I can. Hey-oh, we can fly. I don't know why I keep forgetting that I can do that. I think my equipment is probably... Yeah, this is still only level 80. I have yet to actually get level 90 stuff. Because, I mean, obviously in this entire expansion, I don't need it. Once I hit the next expansion, it'll probably give me stuff that I could use. So, hopefully it does. But also, it's the bottom of the ocean, so quite the swim. Wait, only Alize and myself can? I thought it was, like, bestowed upon me and my companions. There, to the west, canst thou discern the hump of an island rising above the water? That foliage-covered mass hideth the key to our safe descent. Swim close and plunge thee beneath the surface. Thou shalt soon divine the reason for mine insistence. Though it be much to my shame, I can but flail and flounder where thou mayest glide as a fish. I shall board a boat to the island and spare one and all the spectacle of mine inept strokes. So you can't swim. Eagle Flight 991 to Traffic Command, looking for clearance to land. Do you copy? Yeah, they weren't there. Thancred can hold his breath. Oh, okay. I still don't... Anybody look into this whole, like, reaction thing that they've got in the chat now? I don't understand why it's there. I thought maybe it was like, oh, if you have Discord open, it kind of just shows up, but that's not a Discord thing. For 10 minutes, but doesn't count. Okay. Hey, Jolin. Thank you for the likies. All right. Let us be off on our horse we glide to Narnia. I know, I don't like it either, but I just don't know, like, is it for the whole stream or is it like a reaction to somebody's message? I don't get it. The like button wasn't enough, you know? They had to put some stupid emote thing right there. That's not what we asked for. All right, so we are literally just going to dive in. All right, yeah, I can ride my horse down. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. Interesting. Rock formation and all that. Two curved slabs of rock seem squeezed together, giving the impression of giant stone eyelids. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yep, I see it. Oh, I see. Still in a rut with the CPU cooler. Like, it appears on the actual stream. Hold on. I'm pulling the stream up here. Let me see this. Just gonna fast forward a little bit. Thank God for DVR, am I right? I'm actually wondering if it actually shows up. Come on, how long is it gonna take? Jesus. It probably doesn't show in the DVR portion. Probably just shows up in the chat. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay. So that it's purely, it looks like it's purely just the chat thing. It's asking me to sign into my account even though I'm already signed. Jeez. All right, I'm not gonna bother. Hold on. I'm just gonna click this. Or you know what? I can breathe infinitely, so it doesn't matter. So stupid. Oops. Let me see if I can... oh. Is it just straight up? No, it's not. There it is. Ah, for God's sake. Yes, it's me. It's me. Not now. Is it just straight up? No. What? What? Why? What? Stop. Why did it do that? Chat. There we go. All I wanted to do was like do the freaking thing. And you guys are really going crazy with those things. I don't know what you guys are talking about, so someone else does. All right. Okay, so if it's your emote, it's got a circle around it, but yeah, I'm not seeing it on the screen. I'm just seeing it in the chat. Maybe it doesn't show up in the preview window? That might be it. Oh, just close this. Maybe that's what it is. It doesn't show up in the preview window. But maybe if I go to the actual stream, it might show that. Oh, if it's your emote... Alright, let me just... No, it's not showing on the screen at all. It's just in the chat. Yeah, I don't know. It's not showing on the screen. It's just showing in the chat for me, so... I guess it's different for you guys, since it is my channel. I probably don't see it. Oops. For me, it's the D-O-double-G. Though it appears solid enough, the rock yields slightly under your touch. Was the surface gently shifting, or was it just your imagination? Okay. What do we wait for now? Even cleaning off the thermal paste and trying to force it into place, I still can't get the spring screwed down. Whoever made this thing needs to get mauled by a bear. You mean like in Cocaine Bear? Well, what hast thou discerned? I've discerned that it's an ordinary island? Most perceptive, according to the lore of the Pixies, we are, even now, perched upon the back of an ancient Fey entity. Its name is Bismarck. Aye, the self-same title by which we know the great feathered whale revered by the Vanu Vanu of the Source. I would enlist its aid to bear us into the deep, unto the deep, and thence banish the water with an airy sphere, alike in form to the domes which do shelter the hamlets neath the ruby sea. Within its compass, we may move unencumbered and defend ourselves when the hour of battle cometh, as it most surely shall. Now, I must needs ask for silence whilst I make my supplication. The way this dude talks is just... ugh.
Wir Sach, Bilan Bismail. Fallen si lor wislan, ada si alinal.
Van urs atslir, olfod thim, iri guath thi.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fey to know that didn't go well.
To call me at last! And where do you go? On a trip? A journey? I knew you wouldn't give up without a fight. Oh, my precious mortal, I shall help you in any way I can. Gears Bismail win picked. Fan dromi drom yakum. Van Reed Rithye.
Ahai ona, sa hawin wisk. Isne rim, sor vierlo.
Be sure to scrub this one's teeth for him upon your return. It's only good manners.
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight. May the blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
Lo fallo ruis. Van in nar sitar. Dir sitagnai.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a whale of a time.
And just like that, it's all gone back to the way it was.
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows? Seeing them Yulmore types wake up and smell the ashes was miracle enough for me.
Ah, with the magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up. Gods. I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
What the? Do you see that?
He's about to see all his hard work go to waste.
What a monster! Where did it even come from? Whoa, yeah! It's not stopping. Run! Run!
Lo vanana ana. Tilden sidok. Iri halbsi. Funne. Aktva von jasne. Tagnai.
The breath of Bismarck. See how it swells to form a dome beneath the waves? The waters recede. The Tempest's floor is laid bare. In defiance of the blinding sky, this place holds fast to its gloom. The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being. You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
Chris, is that an emote in response to my whale joke? You're just like, stop. Okay. Stop it. I'll be right back. I feel taller. Oh, but way more comfortable. That is, I needed that cushioning on this seat. Because my ass is dead. Don't worry, I am. Sort of. I'm gonna actually, since I just grew a couple of inches, I'm gonna raise the desk a little bit. There we go. That's better. You know what this reminds me of? I was going to say before I left. This reminds me of that one area in World of Warcraft, the underwater area where you get the seahorse mount. Yeah. Full glad am I that Bismarck was true to his word. We are arrived in the Tempest, safe and dry. 'Tis here that we shall find the lair of Emmett Selk, and, I believe, the imprisoned Exarch as well. Looks like we're actually getting close to the end here, because, you know, he talked about a final battle or something like that. We'll see. For an Ascian alone, it is, of course, a trifling matter to flee unto the rift, yet I suspect such travel is nigh impossible with a mortal in one's custody. Nay, he would not soon risk his prize when the Exarch's very body serveth as the key to the Crystal Tower and its powers of temporal transportation. Thus am I all but certain that this underwater realm harboreth our friend and enemy both. We have but to find them. Ba, 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 ba. In the event that you leave the area, speak with Inawil at Venmont Yards in Calusia to return to the Tempest. Alright, well, we don't plan on doing that. We're just going to go right through it. Now, as for where we should be looking, I rather doubt Emic Selk will be sitting around out in the open. I propose we follow the slope down towards the deeper trenches and keep an eye out for rock formations large enough to house a stronghold. Sounds good to me. Let's be off then, but watch your footing. The ground is still wet and like to be slippery. Okay. Can I slide down hills now, or is that what's going on here? Obviously can't fly, but are there aether current points southeast? So yes, there are. Dude, how big is this place? Pretty hefty. There's our first aether current. First things first, let's take a look at the currents in this area. Look at all the attunements completed. Hey! Still haven't gotten the peaks done yet. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, wait. Maybe I need to get the first one in order to actually have it, like, be put on the list. Okay. There it is. We only have 4 out in the wild and 5 tied to quests? That sucks. So more than likely we won't be able to fly until we're like basically done with the whole thing anyway. Might as well get the ones that we can. I'm just going to keep going. All right, it's to the west now. I hope it's not on top of one of these things, because, I mean, how am I supposed to get up there? Little screen space reflections. Looks kind of nice. Northwest. There it is. Come on. Get up there, you fat horse. How's everybody's weekend so far? Good? Everybody ready to tell your fathers that you care about them? Southeast. Tomorrow, that is, if you're in the US. I don't know about you, Jolin. I don't know where you hail from, but I don't know if Father's Day is a thing. Ooh, we got Bridges. Jeff Bridges. Oh, can I go down there? To the northeast. Is it down below? It is, isn't it? Awesome. So I can go down there. But is there a safe way to go down there? Or am I just gonna have to take major damage and... I can't. Okay. There's gotta be a way down there, because there's no other way I'm gonna get this thing. Though, as my parents so love to remind me, every day is Father's Day and Mother's Day. I mean, it looks like I can go down there, and that aether current doesn't look like it's really anywhere else but below that area, so... I guess I'll just continue on then. Ondo Youth. Ondo. Fish people. Oh, fishity split. That's what I imagine he sounds like. Because he looks like a pussy. Oh, here we go. This is where the down part is. Or going down. Let's attune. Where are you? To the west. This is just going to bring me back up there, so this is not going to work. Never mind. Well, yeah, no, it's probably going to, right? Yeah, same spot. See, on the map there, there's something over here that looks like it would go down over that way. Oh, this is it. This has got to be it. But why would there be an aether current down here? Oh, is this going to shoot me back up? Yeah! That's cool. Nice quick way to get back up. To the west. There it is. Now the question is the last one underground or above ground? We shall find out. Next time on the Dragon Ball Z. Oof. All right. Yeah, it's definitely not under here. It's 1,100 yalms to the west, so... Which is... that way. It's probably way over here somewhere. And I'm gonna go there. Now that I'm attuned to the crystal, I can just teleport back here, so it doesn't matter. Let us shust up, shall we? Pew! Back outside. Let us head over to the west. Boo. Bum, bow, bam, bam, bow. Bum 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 bum. So I went hunting for more deals on the Xbox Live Marketplace, and I was reminded of the Halo Wars franchise. I put those 2 games on my wish list. I didn't buy them because I think Halo Wars 2 was on sale, but it was still like $20 or something like that. And then Halo Wars 1 was not on sale, so it was $20. So I just put it on my wish list. And then I was reminded of Rise, Son of Rome, which I only got on Steam like so many years ago, but it doesn't work. So, like, you have to jump through hoops to make it work on PC. So I'm like, forget it. I'm not going to play it anymore. Because I would have liked to play it again. And so I was like, oh, that's right. That's an Xbox exclusive. I'm just going to get it there. And that was like on sale for like $8. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I grabbed it on there. Can I... Why does it look like there's no... What? Why does it look like there's no canyon here? This literally doesn't make any sense. Great. Is this another situation where it's like, oh, you can't go over there yet? Yeah, it is. You piece of shit. All right, fine. Fine, I'll continue. Trying to have some fun, Square Enix. So I grabbed that. There we go. That's good. So I grabbed that for $8. Dude, I spent like $23 tops this weekend on games on Xbox and spent like... And was like... I got, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Reach and ODST. So that's 7 games of Halo. What else was... And because that was the $15, and then Rise Son of Rome for $8. So it's like $23 for 8 games. That's nuts. Why have you come? Was it you who took away our water? Oh, that's right. They're fish. They need water to breathe. Yes, I drank it all. Ah, so this is where the Ondo make their home. I had wondered. Pray forgive us any inconvenience we have caused. We were not aware of your people, where your people lived here in the Tempest. We need this great dome of air that we might conduct a most urgent search, and thus beg you for your understanding. Chieftain, what are we to do?
Are you the emissaries of the Ancient Ones?
That's what I imagine he sounds like. The mysteries have stirred. We have seen the illuminated land shining through the gloom of the abyss. If you are the emissaries, the chosen, I bid you welcome. If you are not, I bid you leave. I am not sure I understand. Would you be willing to elaborate? ... it would seem not. I suggest we withdraw at the moment, for the moment.
This is a cutscene.
Nope. So, what's the plan? Given your condition, I'm reluctant to suggest lingering here. That said, our presently meandering search would proceed far more swiftly if we could call upon the Ondo's local knowledge. Yes, I'd like to know more about this illuminated land the chieftain spoke of. Could it be Emmett Selk's stronghold, do you suppose? Perhaps he lit the lanterns upon his return? We cannot dismiss the possibility, but if these Ondo refuse to speak with us... Valtamont, do you remember my first scheme for entering Yulmore? How I had planned to integrate myself by offering lucrative trading opportunities with the Ondo. The individual I dealt with was reticent in manner and curious in custom, but we were able to reach an agreement nonetheless. I believe that with the right approach, we can build a similar relationship here. What kind of approach did you have in mind? That chieftain fellow didn't leave us many options. If we are to tread the swiftest... Yeah, if we are to tread the swiftest course, we must needs locate its beginning. 'Tis plain our all too dramatic arrival hath thrown this settlement into confusion. Were we to solve such problems as we have caused, and assure our hosts thereby that our purpose here is not what the fuck is that word? Inimical. Alright, I'm looking this up. This dude uses words that don't exist. Tending to obstruct or harm. I thought so. I had a feeling it was like, oh, just not to get in the way. They may yet prove amenable to reason. See, I know that word. I smell chores, but very well. If it can be done quickly. Oh, man, we're gonna do freaking chores? What do you think? I have nothing better to offer, but I do worry what will happen in the Ondo's, if the Ondo's tales end up leading us to a dead end. I cannot say for certain, but I sense this tribe has a deeper connection to the Ashians than first meets the eye. It warrants further investigation, thus I cast my vote in favor of aiding the settlement for the time being. I'm trying to be a nice guy. Then it is settled. Ishtola, pray proceed with your investigations. The rest of us will see about fostering some goodwill. So yeah, I got Rise Son of Rome, and since I never played it on Xbox or through the PlayStation, through the Microsoft Store on PC, I got a fresh list of achievements to grab. Also, I checked Torchlight on PC, didn't finish it. I thought I did. I don't know why I started playing Torchlight 2, but I thought I finished it just because when I started playing Torchlight 2, I was like, oh, that's when Torchlight was destroyed or some crap like that. So in my head, I finished it, but there's achievements, and I don't think, none of them said finish the game. There was some, in Steam that is, Steam achievements, that said reach level 65, level 100, or whatever, and then like beat some dude on like normal and hard, and so on and so forth. So I'm like, I don't think I finished the game. So for some reason I started Torchlight 2. I don't know why. Valtamont, you won't believe who I just bumped into. This is Pausch's own. The very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Yulmore. I waited and you did not come. Then the Mistil came, but his visits did not continue. I am truly sorry, Pausch's own. Alright, can we just, like, forget saying his name? Things did not proceed as planned. Is there aught we can do for you by way of an apology? Perhaps. Where the dry return, a cavern to the north is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crab, for we are the swifter swimmers. But now there is no water. We run, and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them. Too many. I believe I can be of assistance there. Words escape my brain. And what of you, Altamont? If you've not found a task, you are most welcome to join me. Indeed, I should appreciate the company. Where the dry return has a rather ominous ring to it. Easy sauce. Not that way, right? No. Why does it... I hate this. I hate the minimap in this game. I really do. It shows a pathway that doesn't exist here. It's somewhere else. Look, see? Look at that. Why is that there? Annoying. I was also reminded of an ARPG that easily could replace Diablo for me, and it's called Vulcan. And there's like a subtitle to it. I can't remember what it is, but it's. I remember seeing that game and I was like, that looks like a good ARPG. But it's not Xbox related. It's actually on PlayStation. So the problem is my PlayStation wish list is already full. I mean, it's been full for a while, and I've been able to remove and add games or whatever, but it's annoying that you can't add more than 100 games. Like, why can't it just be infinite? What would be so bad about allowing me to have as many games on my wish list as possible so that way I don't forget to get them? Though I suppose now that I've got my physical copy of 16 coming in, I can take that off my wish list. The only reason it was on my wish list was to remind me to get it. I'm just gonna go up and hit him. Or not. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I mean, he's not gonna kill me, so it doesn't matter. I'm 11 levels above him. It's not gonna... He can't do anything, even if he wanted to. Ow. Okay. The cushion only works so much. It's just the act of sitting down that sucks. Well, at least in this seat, anyway. I should have just spent the money and gotten the recliner version. Not of this chair. They Autonomous just has a reclining computer chair, which is nice. That thing was like... The heck was it? Like $600 or something like that? I don't know. Alright, now I gotta look. Let's see. Autonomous.ai. Ergo chair. The recline. Okay. Recline. Okay, $400. So, alright. And I got the core, I think. Yeah. This one was $300. I could have spent just another $100 and gotten a better chair. What the hell's wrong with me? Oh my god. I'm an idiot. But I genuinely had the thought yesterday, I might still do it. Just as a birthday present to myself, getting the M9 monitor. Because it's 4K. The Sony InZone M9. The one that they specifically created to work with the PlayStation 5. But it's a monitor, it's not a TV. So, you know, obviously, it would be usable on the PC. I mean, a TV would as well, but it's got features of a TV. It's got VRR, it's got HDR, it's 4K, it's 144 hertz, though the PS5 can only go up to 120. I don't know why they did 144. They could have just done 120, maybe drop the cost a little bit. But hey, that's just me. I'm just a idea man. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna teleport. Because why the hell would I walk back? I'll tell you what, it's weird how playing something like, I don't know, a multiplayer game, you know, fast-paced first-person shooter, eats up maybe like 20% CPU usage. This game is barely hitting 10. I know there's not a whole lot of motion, but let's say I just like turn the camera or whatever. There's 10%. 16%. That's it. It's maxing out at 16.5%. I mean, I'm sure, like, if I was to get into a battle with a primal or something like that, it would probably just shoot that right up, but maybe not. You could crack their shells? You must be stronger than you look. Yeah, I'm a little skinny, but, you know, I got the power. I got the power! I see you've reached your quota first again. I shall never be your equal in such tasks. Everybody just puts themselves down when they're next to me. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to a far less threatening number. My thanks to both of you. You must have a reward. Nay, I'm not going to say his name. This was to be a part of my apology to you, remember? Besides which, the lack of water is our doing, for which we must also make amends. Might I convince you to tell us something about your village instead? I would very much like to learn more of you and your people. Very well. Before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the seas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam aimless and lost until they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Strange buildings they were, and long had they stood under the water, yet somehow they had been spared the scars of time and current. These structures provided shelter for my people, protection from the tempest's turbulent waters and the predators which hunted within them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who had built such wonders has guided their course, and from this did they discern the truth. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as caretakers of their eternal sanctuary until such time as they returned. Thus, if it is judged that your coming and this great vanishing of water was by the ancients' design, you will find warm welcome here. A truly astonishing history, yet I cannot help but wonder how will the significance, or otherwise, of our arrival be decided. The ancients have blessed us with the protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt in the matter. Then it would seem our earlier decision was the correct one. We thank you for the lesson, and will continue to do all we can to assist your people. Should you desire our help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We should return to the task at hand, only do not try to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain. It kills me to know that this XP is going to waste. Because it goes nowhere. Wait, hold on. We've got a secondary quest over here. Just gonna grab it. Boing, boing, boing. Buh. Ah, Valtamon, have you learned aught of note? Yes, I learned this note. Oh, the guy is so short. Alphino? Yeah. Fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. Though I did make my character the tallest possible, so. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. Oh, this is the extra. That's down below. What's going on, Matthew? Hello. Now, there are two tasks I would have you perform. The first requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement and note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you to use this knife to take scrapings from one of the remnant walls. Pray be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigations. Okay. The tall, slender towers feature many elaborate windows, the likes of which you have seen nowhere else. Pointing the knife against the wall, but even after applying considerable pressure, you cannot remove so much as a flake of stone. Well, she's going to be disappointed. And what have you discovered? Yes, I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. 'Twould seem the structures appear the same to both your sight and mine. And you say you could not so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade? Yes, I dulled the blade while trying. Where I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings I had you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you that it is nothing of the sort. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkin Empire, once the greatest power in Novrant, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. 'Twas the ancients. But if not the Ronkins, then who? Who are these ancients the Ondo claim as the architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies with the reason Emmett Selk withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere mere mortals would struggle to reach. But there are many such remote locations. Why here specifically? Emmett Selk is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Ascian agenda. Or mayhap 'tis a place more dear to him than any other. That is my theory, that these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken. Such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the succession of umbral calamities, but here in the first, they may have remained untouched for millennia. A copy of the mural in the Kitana Rabble. Almet presented it to me during my visit to Fano after our victory in Calusia. Here is the first scene. By Emmett Selk's own words, it depicts a city of eons past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between its towers and those you have just inspected? Sure, why not? We are close to the truth, I feel. Let us search the surrounds for another tower, one which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I've seen, not more than sand and more sand lies to the east, and the south held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. You may review the Katana Ravel mural at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. The quest destination will not be displayed on the map. You must search for a structure which resembles the buildings in the mural, then inspect it from the survey point. The survey point will be found nearby in a location which allows a full view of the structure. Alright, so she said the northwest. It's up that way. Alright, so let's oh, here we go. Set to the hotbar. Let's just do that. Wait, she said northwest of the Ondo Cups. The hell's Ondo Cups? We got a lot of fog here down here, so kind of hard to see. Well, it's definitely not over here, so I gotta go. I mean, is this? Oh yeah, okay. So Ondo Cups, so northwest. Let's just go this way. Okay, so this whole area is discovered. Are further northwest of the Ondo Cups. This is the Ondo Cups, so it's like maybe down here. Gee, I wonder if that's it. There it is. I already found it. Aye, this is the mural writ large. Though I cannot guess at its purpose, it must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies beneath the ground, I wonder? Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment, an entire civilization, its existence forgotten by all except a handful of Ashians. And yet it did exist. They lived here, in this city. But let us focus on what we've learned thus far. The Ondo chieftain spoke of mystery stirring, of a land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomenon related to the ancients' return. Thus, can we surmise that what the Ondo saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization? And who else would light the lanterns, as Reen put it, than Emmett Selk himself? 'Tis almost certain he is here. He is there. Ah, dude. I can't sit in this damn chair already. It sucks. To find the stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ondo's trust remains our swiftest path forward. I only hope our deeds are enough to win them over. Alright. I am not feeling comfortable in this chair, so I will call this here for now. And maybe for the evening. But thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. I wanted to go longer, but I can't sit here anymore. This sucks. This hurts. But thanks for hanging. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. So until then, I'm Adam Wolf.